Woo! Woo is right.
Good morning, and welcome to the Powder Room Show. Yay! Woohoo! How you all are doing today? How was your week? How was, everything that is going on in your life? You're still here. That's the most important thing. You're still here. You're still here in the land of the living. So I today I am going to tomorrow is Mother's Day. So today I'm going to talk about a little bit on Mother's Day and to talk a little bit on my mother, you know. So I hope that you all will be treating your mothers right tomorrow. A matter of fact, you don't have to wait until Mother's Day to do that, huh? You could treat her any day. Any day you feel like it, just treat her because you remember she's the matriarch, she's the queen, she's the beautiful, worthy woman, the woman who stood the test of time with trials and tribulations and stuff. So treat your mother nice. And do you all like my painting? It's another piece. I tried to center it a little bit. It might be a little twisted, but yes, I did this from the vision of my head. I started out one way and then it end up like this because sometimes when you're doing it comes like writing. You have one idea and then when you're writing, everything just starts to flow. So that is exactly what happened to this painting here. I call it rooted warriors, or you could say rooted leaders, whichever one, right? So with that said, I am going to highlight let me see, highlight a poem that I did. And it's basically something that I did yesterday, actually. So I just wrote this poem because sometimes as mothers, we go through stuff, just like everybody else. And somehow we tend to be the banker, we tend to be the carpenter, we tend to be the laundromat, we tend to be the helper, the cook, the chef, what else? The pastor, so we hold many hats. We hold many hats, right? And it's just like your hand just moving like this, moving, and it's continuous. So sometimes mothers don't know their words. Sometimes they don't know they keep giving and giving and giving of themselves because we so want the best for our children. We so want the best. We're grinding our knees, right? Till it hurting us, till we have to use some sort of turmeric or some kind of iodine or something to rub the kneecap so that it wouldn't be hurting us so much because we're kneeling down so much praying for our children. And that happens to me because I'm always on my knees, so it's always a task as a mother, to be standing in the gap for our children, even for ourselves. And sometimes we don't even do it for ourselves. We get so drained and so tired, because sometimes these children don't understand the sacrifices mothers make. They don't. They just see MOTHER, mother, and they say, okay, look, my helper. So you as a mother might be going through your stuff, going through your problems and pain, and sometimes you would not share it with your kids. You wouldn't share it with your children because they wouldn't understand. They wouldn't understand the level and the depth of the frustrations and pain that we go through. So they might think it's nothing, but it is something. But you know what? When they reach our age, then and only then they will see. They will say, but wait, my mother went through this, and look, I going through the same thing. And then they will have an idea of the journey. So sometimes some children, they catch it. Some children understand and they catch it one time. Some of them again, oh boy, it take them years upon years to really see the trials, to see the tribulations, to see all what the mother going through. And they don't understand it. They will get vexed with us. They will want to, say certain things and use a lot of mouth and stuff. Hannah, my mother, I couldn't do that. It's backhand slap, bap, bap. You're getting it, sometimes you get it here. You might lose a few teeth. You understand? Or sometimes they will take up something in the hand and pelt it. Right? My mother was no joke. She was very strict despite of her disability. She had a stroke. And she was no joke. She was no joke. Right? So you couldn't, when it's time to wash wares, I remember she used to have my brothers. Oh my God, my brothers, they had to wash the wares. She wasn't making joke when it comes to washing wares. And here now, this woman could have moved. She had a stroke. I think it was her right side was paralyzed, hand and foot. And this woman will still take up a broom and sweep. This woman will still fight to plait my hair. You understand? Doing cane row, and even though she moving slow, she still had the need and the ability to plait my hair, to make sure that my clothes iron. This woman will be sweating behind the ironing board, sweating, ironing all our school clothes. And I would sit down there and watch her. And that left hand will move, because that was the good side. So she will be moving that hand to iron our school clothes. Long time we used to put our clothes in starch. And that, when you put it in starch, it used to come out stiff. Man, here now, nobody can make pleats like her. When you see she iron them pleats, it stayed on. The pleated uniform, it stayed down. And your shirt, the white shirts, she used to put them in blue. We had something called blue. I believe they have it here too in America. I believe some of you all might know what I'm talking about. When she put them whites in blue, man, the whites looking beautiful. It's shining. You're stepping out looking nice and proud in your white sneakers. And that is one thing. She set us off looking clean and decent. But when I'm coming back home, my gosh, I don't know how my shoes get dirty, the socks get dirty, something, snow cone fall on my shirt, my nice white shirt on the uniform. I used to come home looking untidy. I will use that word untidy because, I ain't want to say looking like a pig, but, it's close to that. But she made sure that we stepped out properly. You understand? She made sure that we were clean. She made sure our clothes was washed. Perfect. And I found myself doing the same thing for my daughters. When they were going to school, I would get up and iron their school clothes, make sure the school clothes clean. I will comb their hair and make sure they set off looking clean and decent for school. They get the nice sneakers. And let me tell you something. My daughters don't know nothing about wearing bust-up shoes, They may know nothing about shoes bust open and laughing. That is how I went to school at some time, Sometimes my whole shoes was laughing. My daughters didn't know about that. Them go to school with bust-up shoe. Ha! Nah, they might need to want to go back to that school, to tell you the truth. But it was a joy. It was a joy. The growing up years with my mother was so beautiful. It was beautiful. So with that said, let me just get this poem going. So this is a poem that I wrote about motherhood journey. And sometimes we as mothers, we forget our words and forget who we are. So I wrote this poem about the trials of a mother, the tribulation, the pain, and sometimes it's hidden pain, hidden stress that, she is going through and nobody knows. She don't talk to nobody. She keeps everything inside. So it's called So She Knew. She knew that motherhood is her journey now, that her right space, enough to fit her intelligence, was wrongfully abused and misused. And by the way, this is the picture of my mom, as you can see. Hi, Mom, right? Her other side of being a woman, of opening her arms to love and not be loved, to care and not to be cared for. She shed tears that made drip marks look like her path, her journey, her song. As her footprints remained stagnant, not even the dust moved. She's careful not to let her dreams drown, just like her mother and her grandmother. They didn't get along. Now generations went wrong. But she tried to believe in herself, believe in her strength, believe that her body can carry the weight of her problems. She just wants to be appreciated. She sees herself as the answer to everyone's problem. But who is answering hers? The light bulb that gives her ideas to create is dead, her vision being misled. But she still smiles as the unseen pain strangles her mind like a lynching rope. She's hanged at times by the judgment of her decisions to save the world. But she is still human, with clipped fingernails and toenails, painted with her favorite color. As her decorum stained by past insults mirrored her imperfections. She still smiles, though. She still smiles at it all as her hands clasp and knees bent, giving thanks. Her hidden tears cries as it washes away her unworthiness from inside. So that's the poem. And I sat down in my job yesterday and I said, I have to, matter of fact, I wasn't supposed to be on this show. Hear what happened. I have to attend an event this morning and I was canceling the powder room. So I was talking to a friend of mine and she said, don't cancel it. You don't know how this message will go out, who it will reach. And I said, yeah, I cancel it because I want to go to. So then she kept on. There was something in her words that kept prolonging, just keep touching a vein. And she kept on saying the same thing over and over. And it shooted up in my spirit. It resurrected in my spirit. Don't. And then I just hear the voice say, don't do it. Come on. Because a lot of mothers need to hear what I have to say. A lot of mothers need to, say, listen. Because there are mothers who are going through stuff. And that's how I end up doing this program today. Right? Because sometimes my poems, whatever I speak, it will reach to someone, it will touch someone, it will, open up someone's heart. You never know where the powder room show would lead. So I said, okay, I will come on and I will do the show. And here I am doing it. So with this poem now, sometimes as mothers, we cooking and cleaning and we have on the same clothes. No, I ain't counting out myself, huh? I just do the same thing. Sometimes I come home from work and instead of I taking off my clothes and sit down, I done in the kitchen looking to cook food. I done in the kitchen banging pots, looking for this, looking for that, looking to see what to cook. And I just walk in the house because I keep studying. There is mouths to feed. Up to now, I ain't drink water. I ain't sit down for a 5 minutes. I just go straight to the kitchen. I need to catch myself. I just saying to myself, I say, listen, it our mouths to feed them. And that is how a mother is. A mother will always forget herself and take care of the picnics and them, as we just call them, the picnics, the children. Sometimes the children are grown and we still taking care of them. You understand? But that is mothers on the whole. It have some mothers very strict. It have some mothers lenient. It have some mothers, they're just there, But we as mothers always fighting to keep our families together. We as mothers, always trying to do things to keep the house running. We always cooking. We always being attentive to the needs of everybody. But who attend to us? Who attend to us? And sometimes we tend to not value ourselves when we do that. We tend to forget ourselves and everything that we do. We forget our worthiness. We forget our livelihood in the sense of what our dreams are, what our inspirations are, what do we want to do for ourselves? Do we want to be a singer, like or an artist, or a musician, or get involved in the church? Something to keep us occupied, to keep us uplifted, to keep us happy and going. And we forget all of that. We put so much emphasis in taking care of the household. That's mothers on the whole, huh? We put so much emphasis in taking care of the household, the children, the washing of the clothes. I remember I used to get up, and up to this day, I still do it. I would get up like, now, back in Trinidad, I used to take care of ducks and turkeys, and I had a little garden and stuff. So I would get up like, the pattern was get up like 4:30 in the morning or 5 o'clock. I would go outside and I would wash down all the pen, wash down all the mess, wash down, throw food and the place darker. So I would go outside and do all of that. Them children still sleeping. And I would go outside and wash down the pen, wash down, make sure the chickens eat, the turkey eat, the duck eat, everybody eating. And come inside, start to iron clothes, start to get ready for work, start to put food away, make sure them children have something to eat. If they don't have nothing to eat, I get them change to buy something. And that went on for years, for years, for years. On Saturdays, I would find myself getting up early again, washing all the clothes, mopping out, sweeping out, cleaning up, bathing the dog and all. Bathing the dog. You understand? We had a dog called Spots. I am not sure what happened to this dog. I really hope it's still alive. We gave it away, and I'm not sure if it's alive. But bathing the dog, making sure the dog eat, making sure the dog, when the dog get the bath, so it used to wag the tail and dry him up and make sure she looking nice and let she come inside. And she will stay by the gallery front there, watching out, and she would just lie down there and sleep, And just like a child, we always, like, if the child don't have on Pampers and they have on underwear, you make sure that, do you want to pee? Do you want to do? I used to see myself doing that to the dog. I used to tell the dog, I say, come, Spots, go outside, go and do what you have to, and then come back here. You understand? So I remember those times, and it was really a joy at the time. I miss it, So I would make sure them throwing good, the clothes, wash everything. Food, matter of fact, by 10 o'clock Saturday morning, everything done. I done cook, I done wash, I done clean out, everything done. When them children now getting up, I say, listen, I go in and take a nap. Well, they have everything there. Food done, cook, place done, clean clothes done, wash it on the line, and it's just a pickup. Because it had hot sun and whatnot. So we had lines outside and you use clothespins and you hang them up. So I see myself doing that for years and it never stopped. Even up to this day, I still get up early. Well, I have to go to work and stuff like that, but it's in me to just get up early and move because there was a time in my life I wasn't like that, because you just have it in your head. You have to do certain things. Even with my granddaughter, sometimes when I come, my granddaughter ain't giving me a rest. Granny, let me come on your back. And I have to imagine I'm still holding my bag, still when I come in from work, and I would put on my back and so I'm in my work clothes, my bag, and she's on my back. And it's like, I will run around, play helicopter, play plane, and do all of that. So I was mother and grandmother, and it was fun. It was fun. But to tell you the truth, if I was tired, of course I was tired. Of course I was tired, but sometimes we forget ourselves with everything that going on in our lives. We tend to take care of everything. If this need fixing, we would hammer. Just after this morning, I tried to straighten this picture. And look where I had a hammer, trying to pong in the nail to make sure the picture stays straight. And it's still a little slanted. Cutting grass, weeding. I remember doing all these things as mother. So these generation are coming up now, destroying and no hard work. Them in know it's like to really, really get hard work and really work and bend your back. You understand? They having it easy now. They having it easy. But the fun part is a mother's job is never done, no matter how old your children is. No matter how old your children is, they still looking out for you. And it's nice. It's nice. It's a nice feeling to be a mother. It's nice that you could still correspond with your children. Do we butt heads? Of course. Of course, you're always butting heads with your children, but it's not that how to put it? It's not that you don't see where they come. You do see, but sometimes as much we try to let them see the bigger picture, but not all the time they see it. Not all the time they see that bigger picture. So they tend to have that strong will. So you just have to leave them. You have to just let it go. It does be hard as a mother to see your children in situations, but you just have to let it go and pray and ask God to just take care of them. Take care of them, cover them, strengthen them, open the eyes, let them see. It's all these prayers a mother does have to say, I remember my mother used to be holding those New Testament books, those small little prayer books, and she will be sitting down. To tell you the honest truth, I don't know if she could have read, but she would just sit down there with the book, and it's so many things that I didn't know about my mother because she left I was only 15 when my mother died. So there is so much I needed to know about my mother, and is hearing it from family. I still need to know. Even though she's dead and gone, I still need to know the depth of her struggle, the depth of her, because I just only see in the little picture when I was small, but I don't know the depth and the heartache and the pain of some of the things she went through. And her growing up wasn't easy too. So we always have to go through something as mothers. We always go through that struggle, that pain. Sometimes they cooking and we cooking for everybody. We might have on we apron and cooking and setting table and dinner and all these different things. And sometimes we tend to take care of ourselves, do self-care. We're missing that. Sometimes we need to do a little self-care. You know, we need to do a little self-care and not forget who we are as mothers, because we are worthy just like everybody else. We are worthy, we are strong, we are beautiful, just like everybody else. And we just need to continue that role as mothers. You know, it have some grandparents who is mothers, it have some guardians who is mothers, and playing that role. And it's not an easy role, you know, and it's only with God and asking God to keep us going, keep us strength, give us ideas of how to deal with situations. We have to pray and ask God, because we can't do this on our own. We cannot do it with all that is going on in this world. We cannot do it without God. God had to be the main foundation, and we just had to cry out to him. Even if the tears flow, just cry out to him. Ask God to help us to be better mothers. Ask God to help us to, you know, we giving advice, but know what we're saying, you know, to be there to help somebody, to be of help, but to have the right words to say to people, and even to ourselves, because we owe it to ourselves to be strengthened, to be uplifted, to be strong, because we are needed. We are needed not only by our children, but by others. You understand? So we have to do self-care. We have to take care of ourselves too. And we have to be that light, you know, be that light for someone who is in need of a mother, who is in need of a word of encouragement, who is in need of some sort of support. You understand? And once we start doing that, support will come our way too. Doors will open for us too, you know, but we just have to continue to, you know, be strengthened, be uplifted, be strong, and keep, you know, uplifted, keep being uplifted in everything, you know. With that said, the time is quickly passing. I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there. Mother, grandmother, guardian, whoever you may be, continue doing your best. Continue doing that role as a mother. Continue being uplifted. Keep praying. Keep asking God to strengthen you and to keep you going and grounded, and, you know, just to keep you seeking God, for asking him to help you with ideas of how to take care of your children, how to, you know, and pray for your children. Pray for your children. I always pray for mine, always. We have to pray for them, because this world is so crazy, and it is so, so toxic and so enticing with so many things out there. So we have to always cover ourselves and cover our children, because the enemy is just waiting to take them. So continue praying, mothers. Continue doing a fabulous job. I pray and hope tomorrow will be a great day for you. I pray and hope that the God's blessing will be upon you all. And for the fathers, support them now. Support them. We need the support of the fathers too, right? Support the mothers. Support them. We can't do it without you all too. All right? So if you all are interested to support this program, or just share whatever you think about it, you can message me, Facebook Messenger, Liselle Powder. If you want to sponsor, if you want whatever you need to do, just Facebook message me and I will respond. My artwork, if you need to see the artwork, it's on Powder Room Arts. I have a separate account with just artwork. So if you want to see the artwork, it's Powder Room Arts. And I'm also Powder Room 49, right? With that said, this is the end of our program. I enjoy being here and talking to the beautiful mothers who is listening. Happy Mother's Day! And we will see each other again next Saturday. Woohoo! All right? Enjoy your day. I hope you'll get the treatment that you deserve. Self-care, pampered, pedicure, manicure, whatever it is. Enjoy it to the best. Bye.